Hey, what's going on, you guys? I thought that I can go here and show you guys today exactly how to get a good workout using, believe it or not, the tubes. We call them sometimes the circular band or the tubes. And yesterday I did it with the barbells and the Busu, but I got somebody that asked me, what if I have these tubes that you buy or order on Amazon? So I'm going to show you three different things here. One is this one's the Spree. They're well known in the fitness industry because they last a lot. Color coded depending, and again we're working on strength, so you want something heavy. If you want the cheat sheet on how to get the right amount of weight or resistance for your band, definitely let me know in the comment or send me a message and I'll send you that cheat sheet. But each person or each company that designs this band got their own color code. So for instance, with Spree, the purple one and the black ones are the heavy ones, and then the blue ones are next, and then the red are kind of like in the lower end, and then you got the green and the yellow ones, which I call the senior level, right? Now this ones I'm going to show you guys today because this is what my gal that messaged me had. This, believe it or not, you can find them at Walmart, super cheap, like $20, and also Dick's Sport. And the cool thing about it is that you buy the tube itself, no handle, right? And then you can go back and buy heavier load, okay? And again, the manufacturer, the company have their own designation of what heavy, super heavy, extra heavy, whatnot, to go about. So we're gonna work again on strength conditioning. What's going on, my man Glenn? I hope the Tri-Cities is melting out some of the snow, man. Out here in the Rose City, we melted it crazy in a matter of 2 hours. So I hope Tri-Cities is melting some of the weather, because I'm ready for some Eastern Oregon or Eastern Washington, that is summertime. So I'm going to start again like I did yesterday, lower body, and work my way up, and then in between them I just do a little bit of core work, again using the bands. We're not going to anchor it today to anything, but if you want me to show you one where you anchor it to the table or the couch or whatnot, let me know, like you did via message. And once again I use my timer so I can focus on the movement instead of counting reps. And usually I try to take like a 2 to 3 seconds per repetition, so I can stay focused on the movement itself. All right, so holler at me or comment below. But we start with the squat. Usually the handles, you want to make it about knee level, right? And that's as wide as you want to go. Here, and we're going to use the legs so we don't lock it in like we did with the barbell yesterday. I'm going to go up. You're looking forward as you get that squat going. I don't know if it's doing the time. Oh, yeah. Now, I gotta let you know, sometimes with this removable tubes, the handles, depending on how heavy you go, sometimes they snap out of the hole that they attach. So you'll find yourself about every 3 to 6 months, which is plenty of time, you need to replace the handle, or you might just be ready for heavy weight, okay? So that's the first one. Then we're gonna move up to the hips. With the hips, again, we're gonna use your height, your knee level, to line it up, right? And then, you're gonna line up the handle at your knee level, then you step on it. And then this guy doesn't really matter, you can just put it anywhere you want, because you're gonna work this hip, okay? So you're gonna lock it in here, and that's enough resistance to swing the hips. You want to work this hip, so that means that this knee needs to bend so you don't feel your low back, okay? Again, knee level, set the timer, and here we go. And I'm bending this knee so I can really focus on that hip. And the less you lean, the better, okay? I'm going to go through this fast because I'm going to go live here and answer some questions that people have been sending me and concerns about what if you're bottom heavy, like most of your weight is on the bottom half of your body, lower torso versus upper torso. I'm going to help you answer some of those questions and clear some of the myth, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing, measure, right? Knee level, set the timer, and then again, anywhere you want it. With this one, you don't need it because you're working this hip. Oops, sorry. Okay, and the cool thing about this is that they're light, so if you travel, it doesn't add on that much weight to your luggage, right? So like I'm heading south here in a couple of weeks, so it'll be perfect, but I'm taking my TRX and a couple of these for that travel. All right, so we did the quads, we worked the hips, so now we're gonna work up a little bit. So now we're gonna intertwine a little bit of core, which we're gonna go right into the rib cage. And I love this one, it's rotational. It works what I call the corset area. You want your heavier band. For me right now, it's the red. If I wanted to go lighter, I would go with the orange, okay? So now with this one, you wanna line it up, both handles at knee level, and then create the tension by getting your feet wider. Lock it in, and now watch what I do with my elbow. I'm gonna go in here, and then I stand up, right? And then I'm gonna rotate, so where the elbow points behind me. That makes sense? All right, so timer set. Here we go. So I'm gonna turn, and you know you got it right because you feel it through the shoulder blade, which means the opposite side on the obliques are gonna be working at it, okay? The key with this one, so you keep it out of your low back, is to make sure that you keep your knees bent so you don't hyperextend, right? You want to get this athletic position, almost like you're ready to box out on the basketball court, okay? So that was that intermission, intertwine of the core, rotational core. I have a very cool one that is more for my wrestlers, my tennis players, my soccer player, which is one oblique muscle at a time, but I'll show you guys sometime next time. All right, so now we're moving up to the shoulder. Now we're gonna single leg it. So make sure you level out your handles, one legged, and we're gonna work the deltoids. And then the deltoids, with the deltoids, what you wanna do is you really focus on this guy, not on the upper traps, okay? So it's key to make sure that you really focus on that. So start with tight, where the band is pretty tight, and you're gonna go towards tighter, you know, that you feel the side of the shoulder. And notice that I'm not going back, I'm not going forward, I'm keeping it right next. So you see my picture here, I'm staying on this plane, I'm between two walls, okay? Set the timer again, and here we go. So that's your deltoids right there. If you feel the upper traps, if you feel the upper shoulder, you're doing this, right? You wanna relax, you wanna lift them, right? Kind of think Tom Cruise in that Mission Impossible movie, holding the Iron Cross, right? And again, the hands is next to me, they're not in front of me. And for this one, because you're working your upper body, doesn't matter which leg you use. So that's always something. Now, to make it fair for the other leg, continue with the upper side. We're gonna work now the mid-back. So I'm gonna use the other foot, just to be fair, level at the handle so it's even fair game. I'm gonna drive back towards the bottom rib, okay? So sometimes what happens is that you might be shorter in height than the length of the band. So you might need to double it up to make it pretty tight for you. So you'll see I'm gonna be stepping on it, but I'm gonna step on it more somewhere here than in the loop, just to make it really tight for me to work my mid-back, okay? So arch of the foot, really good, knee level, and I'm gonna kind of put very little weight just for balance. I'm gonna drive back. So now you're pulling back instead of up. So you feel the mid-back. Again, set the timer. And you just pull back to the bottom rib cage. And I hope you guys can see that. There. Again, pull back this leg anywhere you want it. It's not really holding you up. The front leg is the one that's anchoring back. And if you look from the front view, I'm not sinking, I'm pulling back. See that? I'm not sinking my head or my neck into it. All right, so we're just gonna do a couple more real quick. I'm gonna get you guys closer up here. Hopefully my cable will reach. We're just gonna be upper body. We're gonna double it up. Actually, we're gonna single it up. We're gonna work the tricep and the bicep and check out how we're gonna do it. One is gonna measure at the knee level, okay? The other hand is gonna measure at the hip level, and then you're gonna switch them, okay? So first the knee, and you step, then the hip, and then you step. Now both bands are pretty tight, Okay. Now with this one, I'm gonna work my tricep. With the shorter one, I'm gonna work my bicep. So I'm gonna go here, support it, so you don't get the shoulder, just the tricep. Set the timer again, and here goes it. There, see that? And there's never slack. You wanna either stabilize or strength, right? You don't wanna really work on a slack, almost like when you do the TRX straps. You don't wanna have any slack on the straps. And I'm supporting this arm so you don't get the elbow out, you wanna keep it in. Good. All right, so now keep it here, because now we're gonna switch to the other hand, the one that's shorter and it's already tight. I'm gonna work that bicep muscle. So again, nice and tall, shoulders back, set the timer, and off we go. Whole bicep, I'm not sinking in, I'm just kind of relaxing it, and let the arm muscles, the biceps, do the work. Okay. And of course, if we would have time, we would do the other side, the other leg, and the whole thing. So that's how you finish with 2 sets. And like we talked yesterday, last night, with the barbell workout, when we're talking strength conditioning, you want to be able to do 12. Well, it's pretty challenging. If you can talk like I am, that means that you're ready to upgrade your weight or change the color of the resistance, okay? So, again, message me or comment below if you want a specific routine using the tube at home. But let me tell you, for $25, $30, you can get a nice set and you can really get an amazing workout. The key is to have a workout that is designed for you, because you have different limitations and situations, and of course pair it up for sure before the workout with your nutrition, right? So I'm gonna jump in about 20 minutes again to answer some of the questions about the bottom heavy or bottom torso that is heavier than your upper torso, clear some of the myth. So I hope you can come and join me. That should give you some time, Glenn, to go and clear up some of that snow, man. All right, talk to you later. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.